guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I will be doing the intro for my Pandas eyeshadows project. Do not take a shot every time I say eyeshadow palette. I think I mentioned before that I have several different goals for my eyeshadow palettes this year. One of those goals are getting to know my collection better and decluttering, sizing it down a little bit. And I will be doing that in the following weeks. I'm just waiting for my magnetic palette so that I can depot and declutter and make sure that I'm keeping some of my favorite shades even if I'm not keeping an entire eyeshadow palette. Another goal that I have is that I want all of my eyeshadow palettes to have at least one pan. Now, if you watched my inventory video, you know that I have a lot of eyeshadow palettes. I mentioned in that video that I have 87 eyeshadow palettes, so it's gonna take a while. I realize that I won't be able to hit pan on all 87 eyeshadow palettes. Like I said, I'm not intending to keep in them all, but yet I do want to get started on the palettes that I am keeping, and there are some of my favorite ones. So the way that this project is gonna work is that I will be working on 4 eyeshadows at a time. One of them will be of my choosing, and the other 3 will be randomized. I won't be able to show you when I randomize it because I do that on my phone and I am recording with my phone, so you'll just have to trust me that I'm doing it. Another caveat or rule of this project is that once I hit pan on a shadow, I will remove the entire palette from my randomized list just because I want to make sure that I am working throughout as many palettes as I can. So I hope that makes sense. Either way, let's get started. So throughout this project, the first eyeshadow is going to be the one of my election. And for this time, I chose for my Going Coconuts Colourpop palette. This is a favorite palette for me. This was my go-to for such a long time. And let me open it. Focus. This is what it looks like. And as you can tell, there are some big dips, especially in this one. I love this shade. And so for this launch of the project, I'm gonna be working on this shade, which is Colada. I think it's a perfect transition shade. It's very cool, very neutral. I think it could go with almost any look, so that's why I picked it. And I'm sure that as I'm working on this, I will be dipping into this one as well because I just adore it. Now the second eyeshadow, which is randomized, comes from my Kneaded Nude Elf palette. I've had this for quite a while and sadly it does not look used at all, but I do like it. It's such a good neutrals palette for every day. And the shade that got randomized for me is this one. The first shade, which is this cream, more white. And as you can tell, it looks practically brand new. I think this is going to be an easy shade to wear every day just because I can use that to set my eyelid or to brighten everything. It's a hard word for me to pronounce. So let me swatch it. And yeah, it's just a great white shade. It's perfect. It's easy to wear. The third shade, which is also randomized, comes from my Daydream Alter Ego palette. I love this palette. I adore that Alter Ego makes dupes that are more affordable than the original while still maintaining such a high quality. And this is what it looks like. As you can tell, I have used this palette a lot. You can see there's a big dip right here, maybe kind of here, definitely on this glitter in here. So yeah, I do like this palette a lot. This one, I don't think you can see it on camera, but it does have a good dip in it. But the shade that got selected was this one. Come on, which is Enchanted. It's a beautiful, rich, dark pink kind of shade, and it's just very girly. It's very creamy. I really like it. And so far, this is a very easy combo to wear at a time. You know, I can wear these 3 shadows perfectly, no problem. This all over my lid, this in my crease as a transition, and then this to make it pink. Now the fourth shade comes from kind of a new palette for me. I bought this in November with all the Thanksgiving kind of sales, and it's my Artemis palette from Alter Ego. This is a dupe for Natasha Denona Metropolis, I think. and I love green eyeshadows, so this is really perfect for me. This is what the palette looks like. Like I said, it is fairly new for me, so it looks like it. And but this is right up my alley. I love the greens and the golds. Oh my god, it's just perfect. The shade that got selected for me is this one, which is called Thrill. And this is more of a kind of grayish greenish shade. Yeah. And I actually really like this kind of color. I am wearing it today just because I think it goes really well with my sweater. And so it will be hard to wear it along this one, but I think I can wear these two and then this one and make it a different kind of look. So we'll see how it goes. I don't know how long it will take for me to hit pan. I am quite slow to hit pan just because I don't dig in the shadow. I kind of swirl around, so we'll see how it goes. I've seen people do it super fast, and I don't think that's gonna be my case, but we shall see. As another rule, I have that after 23 uses, I can roll it out. 23 is the day of my birthday, so it's kind of my favorite number. I know it seems odd, but I just want to do it like that. And I think that if after 20 uses I haven't hit pan, then I should be allowed to give up. So 23 is going to be the magic number where I can roll something out and just kind of give up for the moment. So yeah, this is the palette that I will be working with for the next month. I will update you at the end of January, see how it goes. I have never done a pan those shadows project. I am fairly new to the panning community. I barely started back in October, and since then I have been watching a lot of creators on YouTube doing it, and I really enjoy that kind of content. And I also want to know, like, statistically speaking, how long does it take me to hit pan on a matte shadow, on a shimmering shadow, on a more glitter shadow? I don't know. I just want to know those numbers and know the average. And I don't know. I like that kind of stuff. And I do want to share with you that out of my 87 eyeshadow palettes, only one of them has pan in it. And that is my Nude Attitude by Laura Geller. This was my first eyeshadow palette that I bought. And it was the only shadow palette that I had for quite a while, to be honest. So as you can tell, I reached for it quite a bit, and I really love this eyeshadow palette. I love Laura Geller's formula, and if you're somebody who wants to try it, I've gotten most of her eyeshadow palettes at Marshall's for a huge discount, and I love the formula. So, and this is definitely one of my favorite eyeshadow palettes, and I want all of my eyeshadow palettes in the future to start looking more like this. And so yeah, thank you for watching. If you're someone who is doing a Pandas eyeshadows project or just a project pan in general and you are documenting it online, please let me know. I would love to follow you, whether it's on Instagram or YouTube. Please just drop your handle or your username or whatever in the comments so that I can go ahead and follow you. I would love to share on you. And yeah, thank you for watching. And if you have any tips for me, I am kind of nervous. I'm nervous that I'll get bored of wearing the same kind of shadows every day. I am also worried that I will be not paying enough attention to all of my shades in my eyeshadow palette. So, but yeah, thank you for watching. I hope you have a lovely day, and I hope that your start of the year is going awesome. Thank you. Bye. Let me know if you have. Sorry, I just got a text message.